Wie ein TikTok Live. No, on Instagram.
Facebook still says you got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The live video should start soon.
Yeah. Basically 3 minutes. So then I believe we started, and a surprise directly. I see Liren from OSEE. Hello, it's nice to meet you. Okay, then I believe he was frozen. That's live.
Little frozen.
Yeah, Liren is frozen. Then I believe I go to us in front, and I show him a little bit later. Then, ladies and gentlemen,
trying to go live from the NAB show floor is a challenge.
This is absolutely a challenge. 100,000 people try to find Wi-Fi and try to make...
Trying to use Wi-Fi is not a thing. And then those who can't get on the Wi-Fi because there's a bazillion little Wi-Fi hotspots, you try to go to cellular and there's a bazillion cellular. I've tried it from the show floor, and it's the NAB convention. It's broadcast. Everybody's on it.
Yeah, correctly. That's that's nice. So then I see now to the people in Instagram and to TikTok, Facebook, and on YouTube. And this was
you're everywhere.
Everywhere. I'm in Germany. And that surprise, this was the fastest started in the show anytime. Yes. Then because I see Liren from OSEE, then basically he comes 11 o'clock Las Vegas time. Then Anthony, I believe you must more speak. Then I moment to have him. This is a lover third for Anthony Burokas.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
And thank you for hosting this show. I appreciate it. This is quite an interesting thing. It's like we're talking about the NAB show in Las Vegas and talking about live streaming, and we're doing live streaming to do it. And so I am remoting into Wolfgang's studio, and he's running the show, and it's going out to all the different things. So it's very interesting for me to be a guest on a live streaming show, because normally I'm the one driving. So this is fun for me.
Yes, that's basically okay. And I'm sitting in Germany, and you sit in Dallas, and we speak over Las Vegas, and the biggest show ever in this year in the United States, the NAB show, and all goes around live streaming, and I see live streaming what goes every time more important, yes, and all the people and all the constructors and companies try to find out what is best for live streaming in 2026. And now our hate verbiage every time, where is the game changer in this area? And
oh yes, it's definitely a game. I'm going to write that down in the chat. Game changer.
Yes, okay.
So if anybody's watching, let's see. I got a few watching on YouTube, and Facebook doesn't really tell me how many is watching, but this will be interesting. So I have both of those open. So if people wanted to throw questions in the comments, we could definitely talk about it. And you have a whole bunch of people lined up. What is the schedule of people you have lined up?
Okay. Then basically for my people, it's strange. Basically, I make every time only German language live streams and tutorials and so. And I speak better German as English. That's normal. For this is a surprise for my German guys. I hope she are in touch with us. Then I look. Okay, Liren comes not back in the moment.
Oh, well.
I must look shortly.
Yeah, so Leon is, I think he's the chief engineer or
Chief
the owner of
engineer
OSEE.
OSEE, yes, correct. And for this surprise,
Yeah, what is the surprise announcement? That's what I'm wondering. I saw a teaser and I was like, what is that?
not that. I don't know. I believe she brings a new video mixer, and the finish is complete other. As you know from the GoStream Duet or a GoStream Duet 8 ISO, And for this, I read a little bit 4K on the poster side on the booth. For this, I like to know this. And basically, we agree that we comes to learn 11 o'clock Las Vegas time and 10 o'clock 30 Las Vegas time. We goes to OBSBOT. And I believe, let us see what OBSBOT brings new. And between all this, what we discuss, rumors on the show, 12 o'clock high noon comes, we go to YoloLive. I hope this goes correct. Then, the problem is for the booth the same what for other people to find the Wi-Fi range. Yes, to come in this nice live streams. On another side, I know Anthony is so fast on the computer, then we can speak over anything what we find on the internet. And
yeah,
Anthony,
I'm actually trying to bring up OC Tech's Facebook page, and if anybody is at the show, they're at C5340. I can't get it on that screen. But OC, you see, this is OC. They don't have it yet on their website. So
Yes.
the products on their website still says exactly what was available last month. The Duet 8, the Duet 8 ISO, and the kit is basically the Duet 8 in a box. So that's what the Duet 8 kit is. It comes complete with the monitor and a nice Pelican case and all the ports on the outside. So that's really handy for those who are using the OC Duet switchers to have them already built out and just give it power, plug in your cameras and go. But the image that they teased has not been revealed as of yet. So we shall see.
No, we shall see. You must look in Facebook. She posted a picture from the booth in the morning from the opening, and you see the complete OC group in the background on Facebook. You see the
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the big picture of the new ISO.
Let's see if I can. Oh, I can't just. Can I just drag it into there? Can I do that? No. There it is. So that in the background is what they tease with the shiny silver sides.
Yeah, correctly. So now I see Liren. I don't know he is back or is not back. I see him now on here.
12 channel, 8 times 4K. I'm reading what I can read on the back panel there.
Yeah, okay, and I see it too. For this is absolutely interesting. You see here, basically, yes, now he is now inside. Hello. Moment, I must give you the sound. Where are you? Where's channel 333? It's here, okay. I hope we hear you. So, now I believe
They probably can't hear unless he's got headphones.
Yes, okay. Anthony, hello, here is now.
Yeah.
Lisa from OSEE, I hope you hear us now. And we hear the big noise on the booth. Hello. I love live.
Yes, comment on YouTube says it's also on the counter to the right of the team, and you can indeed see this new switcher to the right, and hopefully they can show it to us in the booth. This would be really cool to get a live view and have them tell us about it.
So, we look in this style. Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
music.
yes.
Hello. Liza, you hear us? I love live. I love so much live to goes on the booth. And I believe she hear me not. Or she must see me. Moment, then I sent her a message. Hello, you hear me? Anthony, it's so nice. Hello, Lisa.
Yeah.
Hello, Lisa. Sorry, all the people, I don't know what's up. I see many people write, she read the same what you read on the new. Okay, now look.
1,
Yes.
2, 3. Can you hear us, guys?
And then at this time, welcome to Spain. One people write he comes from Spain. So, Anthony.
Yeah.
This is
So yeah, it's going to be a challenge getting anybody to connect from the show floor, especially now as the show officially opens and people are running in and asking questions, and they want to hear the same information that we do remotely. It's going to be a real challenge for them, but hopefully they can be able to get some earbuds so they can hear us. And
as you write me in the
answer some
message,
questions
you
as
can
to what
hear
that is.
us, and I say yes, we hear us. We hear you. Yes.
Got a little bit of an echo on them, I think.
Yes.
So my question is, as we try to get this sorted with OSEE, I am really excited to see what they're going to release, because I think OSEE has really swung in and kind of taken Blackmagic's, core mini audience and sort of siphoned half of it away. And I would love to see what this next mixer is, especially, just by what we can see on the banner behind them, with 12 channel production switcher, 8 times 4K, and then I can make out that last little bit in the corner there. But that, I'm not going to say it's a game changer. I'm not going to use those words.
We never.
But I would love to have more details on what this switcher is going to be, and everyone watching, I would love to hear what you all want to see.
Okay, now we hear the OSEE booth, or we see nothing more. I write you here on the messenger. For this, you must more speak. Then I make here only the as a director. My goodness. Hello.
Bishop Zap on YouTube asks, will it have SMPTE 2110? I'm pretty sure it's not going to have SMPTE 2110, because that is a very, very high bandwidth. And if you watch Blackmagic's announcements...
Liza, we hear you only in the moment we lose your picture. The sound is okay. We understand you.
Will it have NDI? OSEE has already demonstrated 4-input NDI on the Duet 8, so I definitely think the 12 channel will have NDI as well. How many NDI? I don't know.
Hello.
We hear you. There he is. There you are.
He cannot hear us.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear us?
Now we hear you, we see you. He's like, go crazy.
And then their picture froze because bandwidth from there is really hard.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I can hear the sound, but there's a lot of echo. Hello?
Okay, hello. Liren,
Hello?
I see you,
Yeah,
I hear you.
try. Yeah, I try.
Maybe I have problem. The fan not working or the switch not working. Is there something that can fix it?
In the moment, I have the Apollo 13.
Hello?
How can I fix it?
Houston, we have a problem.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you can. Yes, that's nice. Only you have.
But the sound is not clear and the video is freeze.
Yes, I see it. A moment, I like to refresh you. Let me see. I try. Now, oh God! Now I have you back. I see you. I hear you, Anthony. Now.
Hello.
Yes, we're all here.
Hello.
Hello.
We are
Good
here.
to see you.
We see you.
他说重新 refresh 一下。
Yeah, okay. Now we hear you. We see you. You can start it when you want.
Can you tell us about this new video mixer that you have?
One to the multi-view.
So, learn.
又没了。
Okay. All the people in the internet now is interested what goes up with your new video mixer. We see you, we hear your booth. You can show us your news on the booth, Lisa. Hello. Liza, you can speak. Liren, you can speak. Whatever you want.
你现在这个怎么连到那边去啊？
I don't think they know that they're live.
I believe, or I say it. Lisa, you are live?
She doesn't have the earbuds in. He does.
Okay.
It's like we need somebody on the ground in NAB to manage the camera and be the go-between.
Right here.
你那个改到5，我都怕一会儿没电了。改到
Okay.
5，改到5。
Hello.
我操，这个东西怎么老没信号啊？不，根本就不是这个问题，
Let me go on another
那
picture.
天气
then.
的问题。你拿什么连的？啊？
去年买还是的呀？
拧死了吗？
你改到5了吗？拧死了。
Why do we have two audios?
Yes.
怎么了？两个串了。
Hello. Hello.
No, there's
Liza. You see me? You hear me? Feel me?
I
这两
feel
个
you.
唱的不行就直接调一下，或者你这个换一下，这个看到
Okay, now we are on the home booth.
They're showing us the back of it. It has an SDI input.
Yes. One SDI.
Oh no, that's an RF input. That's like an SMA.
Yeah.
Ooh, wireless.
都挺那个前头大耳灯啊，因为后来不是有加了一个吗？有点通知我觉得。
Did they just reveal something accidentally?
I don't know. I write here every time she is live.
咋样啊？
Now we have a picture. Liren, you hear me? Hello? I believe
it's
this
just
is a big
mayhem
test
there.
of my nerve. This is a big test.
Yeah, and it may be that they're trying to solve some sort of problem in their booth as well. So they've got all hands on deck trying to solve their problem. So that's a real challenge there.
Okay, I write.
Boop, 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 boop. But if it does have 4K input, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
这个出来了。
I am very excited about what OSEE could possibly bring to the table because they have really been, I think, pushing the boundaries of what a compact hardware mixer can do. You know, it's not, it's, you know, I don't want to knock Rode. Rode has been doing really good too, but I haven't been able to get a hands on a Rode.
Interesting is the
我到底哪
sort
个
of
配的
style
哪
of
个啊？
workflow
我觉
what
得
you
你
can
你
do
那一
with
对得重新配
OSEE.
对。
Do it 8 ISO and so. That's absolutely
我真的
interesting
是
when
一
you
翻两
both
手
as
的模
one
式，我
man
觉得。
band around in the world.
Do we want to let them sort out their problems and then have them reach back out to us when they're ready to actually talk to us? Because it really looks like they're trying to figure out some sort of issue on whatever that is to the right of the screen.
Okay, I love it. Okay, then I bring you back on this position moment. 84.
But yeah, this image of whatever this video mixer is she going to say hi? Is she going to say hi?
Hi? No?
Nope, it froze. Maybe, or we lost our signal.
Okay.
Let me just double check. Let me double check the website and see if somebody back at the home team has re-uploaded NAB 2026. There's a page just for that. Just the booth location. They're giving away baseball caps. Guess and win. Yeah, this is the image they released.
This is a baseball cap.
Oh no, that's not the cap they're giving away. They got a special one. They got a colored one that you don't
This
have.
is from the IBC
And,
Amsterdam. This is a Europe style.
I actually like yours better. But this looks really, you know, it's like, okay, we now know that this is showing us a 12 input mixer. It mentions 4K. And what was the other thing it showed? Let's go back over here. Mentions 4K. There's something that looks like it says SCA. I don't know what that could possibly mean. It's not SRT. It's not SRT. It's SCA, as far as I can tell in the bottom right icon over here. 8 times 4K, 12 input over here, production switcher. Definitely a bigger device. It's definitely a bigger device. So this looks really interesting in terms of, you know, really plunking down something serious on the table. Now, the real interesting thing is when we were looking with the camera at the table, it looked like this silver edge up here, and what we saw on the back was a tiny RF jack, like a little SMA, like you would see on the back of your your Wi-Fi mixer. So will this communicate wirelessly to the other device? Because where did it go? Let's go back over here to NAB, because there's this other piece back here, and I really think the color matches, and it's deliberate to show this and this in the shot together. So I think this is actually your input output, and this is your control surface, although this looks like a really big fan grill right here, like a grill for ventilation. But PTZ control right here, that looks really cool.
Yeah.
And, when they say something new is coming, this is definitely I think a whole order of magnitude bigger, better, stronger than their Duet 8.
Yes.
Probably not even going to be called a Duet, probably be called something else. But I would really love for them to update this page and let us know what this is, because I am really jazzed by what this could be. But here on the NAB 2026 page, they just have this guess and win and this photo. I threw in my guess. Now seeing what they've got on the poster on the wall, I was wrong.
That's right. I believe this. You see, this is a rec
here.
part, a 19 sol rec part for wireless.
Yeah,
a good idea. For Rock the Show.
Let's see. I suspect that piece of kit in the background is a player or similar. I don't know, because technically I think if you're going to handle 12 inputs and it's going to be 4K, you're going to be generating some serious heat, and those chips are going to need some serious power. So, the Duet 8 already, commands some power and has a good power supply on the desk. And the one thing you don't see, here you go, the other thing you don't see on the table here is you don't see a bunch of cables going into this box. So if there's a separate box somewhere else that has all of the cameras and everything going into it, then this is just going to be, I guess, a single cable connecting to this box to the box with all of the input outputs. Because obviously, if you've got 12 cameras, that's 4 more than the Duet 8. So now you're talking, a whole set more of capability, more to cool, more to connect. And will that be too much for something that's on the desk? For some people, no. But I really think, looking at the picture, I think the reason this is included and the reason this is the same color as these end caps, I think these are the same thing, 2 pieces of a whole. That's my thought.
You think the inputs are in the rack, not in the mixer in front, in the panel? You believe all the inputs are in the rack part and then goes wireless?
Wireless or wired. I don't know why it has an RF cable. I actually don't know why. Maybe that is the cable connection between the 2 units. Maybe, I don't know. We had some information come in on YouTube. SCA is security. Scans open source libraries in video streaming or processing applications to prevent security risks. Interesting. He says it's unrelated, but it's my guess. And that other pic, the one from Instagram, it looks like there's a joystick with buttons. It's some kind of PTZ support. I agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. That's PTZ control, at least to set presets for any PTZ cameras that are connected. Because if it has NDI, one of the most prevalent type of NDI camera is a PTZ camera. And to be able to zoom in, get a shot, save it as preset 1, zoom over here, set it preset 2, zoom over here, set it preset 3. That is something that is very essential, and to not have to bring a second thing to do that is going to make this very useful to anyone who is using NDI PTZ cameras.
Yes. only Lisa say directly right to me, is Anthony together with us? And I said, yes, Bill, that's Anthony. It's not my brother, it's Anthony.
No new comments coming in on Facebook. They're all coming in on YouTube. Anthony, tell the story. It's working for me. I'm guessing. Honestly, I am guessing. I don't have any inside information. I've done videos. I did an hour and 45 minutes on the OSEE Duet 8, and I really like that mixer. I really like what it can do, and they've improved it with software updates after the fact. So, I really like what OSEE is doing. I think they've carved out a nice space for themselves, adjacent to Blackmagic, in that it's not a Rode mixer where you have to have the computer hooked up to it to be able to do everything. You can do most things on the mixer itself with the built-in menu that Blackmagic and Rode you can't do, because you have to have the computer to do everything, other than the Rode has that teeny little screen. I mean, you can do some things on a teeny little screen, but I think OSEE has found the nice balance between being able to set your controls and do your mixing. I would love to see, one thing I would love to see on this 12 input mixer, 2 multi-view outputs, so that you could actually have your multi-view on one side and a second program, or your menu controls and everything on a second monitor without covering over your inputs, because that's one of the catch-22s with the Duet 8, is that you bring up the menu, you kind of lose those 4 or those 3 windows for other inputs, and because it gets covered over by the menu as you go through the menu system. By separating it to, giving you 2 multi-view or 2 control outputs, that would allow someone to continue switching, seeing everything on one monitor, and somebody else could dive into the menus and fix something and adjust audio and turn on audio compression and build a multi-view and do all these other things in the menus while somebody else is switching. So that, I think, would be really good if that was something that they enabled on this video mixer, or if it was 4K output.
Okay, let us see.
You could have that HD multi-view way up here and still have room for everything else.
Okay, then let us see. Then Lisa write me, she come back 11 o'clock when the basics original time. And now I see try Dreamy from OBSBOT to comes to us.
OBSBOT!
I see him not.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is OBSBOT time, so let's talk OBSBOT. Hey, I'm happy to do it. And I just finished a video about the new Tiny 3 series, comparing them to the Tiny 2 and the controls that they offer. I will be upfront and full disclosure, I am using the OBSBOT Tiny 3 for my camera. That's why it's able to track me and keep me in the box, because I move around when I talk. So I'm using the Tiny 3. I am actually using it through the control center and using the virtual camera output into what's being fed here. And as such, I was playing around with this last night. As such, I can change my look. There I go. I can add the beauty effects, and then I can turn them off. I don't know if anybody and I am actually using the wireless mic. You can't see it, it's hidden. I am using the wireless mic. I just hid it and remembered I have it. I am using the wireless mic that connects directly to the OBSBOT camera and is fed along with the audio from the OBSBOT camera. So that's what's going on. And Wolfgang, if you didn't see it, just once more for you, this is natural and this is with the beauty effects.
Okay, I believe this. You tried to find the next Las Vegas show in the night at the Sands. This was then Anthony at the Sands, and I play the piano for you. That's absolutely.
Oh my goodness! You're killing me.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, let's see if I can bring this.
Okay, I seen. I believe Dreamy here. I becomes him not on air. Then when he hear us. He try to refresh, goes out and comes back. I don't know. What is the Wi-Fi? Okay. Then on the other side, I have not so tiny tree in the last time for this. I'm jealous on you. Okay, and then I believe the system with a mic, wireless mic, is absolutely great for a webcam. Yes. On the other side, I love my Tail 2 absolutely. Then I find the Tail 2 is an absolutely top live streaming PTCR cam. Yes, and when sorry, I look every time comes Dreamy back or comes he not back.
The Tail 2, I did a comparison video, and the Tail 2 also kind of sits in a really unique space in that, well, first, it's one of the very few cameras that also features the ability to rotate, in that you could use it for horizontal or vertical. That is really fairly unique. I think there's a small Insta360 webcam that also rotates.
Yeah, on the other side, nobody think over this. When you live stream make from any stage or so, you have not the possibility to bring any tripod or so. Inside, you must go on an auto pole, and you are not correctly straight. And then make the lens the correction. You have every time a straight 60 to 9 picture. This is absolutely fantastic when you as one-man band goes around in the bad world. And then is this great? Huh?
Bishop Zap says, I have a client that needs the OBSBOT Tail Air. The Tail Air is a great little camera. I love how compact it is, and it comes in that little zippered case with everything. But I have to say, the Tail 2 is hands down better image quality, and it gives you an optical zoom, so you can get just the right framing with it. And it's optical. You're not zooming in on the sensor. You're 4K, and I zoom in 5x, and I'm still at 4K. And then you can go further to 12x by zooming in on the sensor. But it is just, I think, hands down, a better looking camera.
Okay.
And they have the really good tracking, which obviously I'm using the tracking now.
Yeah. Okay. This is on the other side, in the optical zoom in the last update, I believe, then the Tail 2 makes complete direction for the white balance and the ISO, that you never, when the blender goes from 1.8 as example to 3.5, you have every time the same white balance and the ISO, that your picture is the same. And this is so absolutely crazy for a cam. Yes, I don't know other cam who can do the same, or other camera. I don't know in the moment.
Right. And like you said, in terms of having something, if somebody has portable setups and they need to go to different places, being able to just set up a tripod, put the camera on it, and not really have to worry about getting the absolute right bubble, take that time. If you're going fast, like if you're doing kids sports or something like that, you can just plop this thing down and it's level because the camera's going to make it level.
Yes, correct.
So, and this is something I haven't tried out, is this where it can actually track one person or two people or groups of people, so that when they're side by side, you see how it follows just her, or it follows whoever it locks onto next. So when she goes behind, it tracks the next person.
Mm-hmm. That is good. And you see on the market the live stream cams, directly to production live streaming cams. Yes, is every time more and more important, and OBSBOT makes the level in this price range very high for PTC.
It does.
And, very high.
It does. And then, of course, the number of cameras with a built-in multi-hour battery and wireless and PoE and NDI and
SIT,
audio in and audio out and just on and on. And SDI and HDMI. They didn't skimp on the hardware ports either. all of that, honestly, that, if you look at the back of it, they actually had to wrap the ports around a little bit just because the camera is so small and there's so many ports to add. It kind of wraps around. But this, do I get the camera right? No, this. This group tracking thing, I think, is something that a lot of other cameras don't do. The ability, I know Apple made a big deal when they came out with the new computers that finally they gave you a high resolution webcam that it could zoom in and auto crop. And then if somebody came in next to you, it would automatically widen back up and include the two people and everything. That's great in an iMac, but I'm not taking my iMac on location. Whereas if you're doing a dance recital, get it right again. You know what? I'm just going to flip my camera. Once I figure where that is.
I believe the next dance show we makes for OBSBOT for the next dance show. I guess that's not every time the women's. You find anything?
No, I'm looking to flip my camera. I just don't know what tab it's in.
Okay.
The one thing OBSBOT direction flip is under gesture control. See, now I'm over here and see if I go like that. So what I want to do is I want to do this.
Okay, I go back to the media pool. Okay.
No, it's not taking the direction flip. That's interesting.
Moment, I go for you.
Oh, well, I'll just have to learn to point this way.
Basically, it's not our day. And okay, I say this now to Trimi on the OBSBOT booth and the NAB show. I see you here in the call panel. Please try to go shortly out and come directly back. I don't know why I see not your cam and I hear not your sound, and I see you comes with a tiny 3 here inside, and you have a Rode podcast mic that's basically big. I don't know what it's your Wi-Fi rate or so. Please go shortly out and try to come directly back.
Yeah, if you can refresh and then come back in, that would be great. The iMan Cave says, I have the Tiny 2 Lite, and it works really well in webcam mode on the OSEE Duet 8 ISO. Mm-hmm. That's one. And thank you for saying that, because I think that's one of the really cool things. Like, Rode really figured out that the USB is really useful, because you can go USB out to a computer. You can use USB for an audio interface. Yeah. You can use USB to record to external storage. You can use USB to a webcam. You could use the problem is the Duet 8 only has 2 USBs. And that's the one thing I said. It's like, for the next one, they really need to do what Rode did and just have a whole bunch of USBs. Rode, I think, has 4 USBs on the back of it. And even that, I don't think is enough.
Okay, only is the question what you do with the CPU and so all, what the mixer must bring together at the same time. And I hear this every time when people call me, this goes not, and this is an issue, and so on. That's not an issue. You like to do too much with this part, yes? And all have a beginning, and all must have an end. And when you to the people say you have 5 USB-C, you have 5 NDI, you have 5 HDMI, it's a beep, pop, 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 pop. Yeah, and then the complete technique goes crazy. Then the most issues is that people do wrong with a gear.
Well, I mean, it's like with the YoloBox. The YoloBox Extreme can do, they say 6 NDI inputs, even in 4K. I don't know if it'll do 6 in 4K, but it'll do 6 NDI inputs, and it will do NDI in 4K. And it will do multiple 4K inputs, and it'll do remote guests, and it'll do a bunch of HD inputs, and you've got USB inputs, so you can add webcams. At a certain point, you do overwhelm the processor, just like you said. You demand too much, and I think because I did a show where I was testing 4K cameras, and I wanted to compare the HDMI feed versus the NDI feed. So I tried to put them up side by side. And at one point, I had a 3 across, and the 3 across with 4K NDI inputs with titles underneath each one. So 3 titles and the picture box, throwing them all on the screen. That was too much because it was also technically still handling everything else that wasn't on the screen as well, all the HDMI inputs. And every time I would tap the multi-view that I had created, every time I had tapped the multi-view that I had created.
Why is Bjorn not on?
No, he's not on. Every time I had tapped the multi-view, what happened was the extreme would crash because I had used up all the RAM and there wasn't anywhere for the CPU to put things in order to keep the thing running. It had just sort of like, had a mental overload, and I would crash the show that I was in. And they have since updated the live view at the top to include RAM usage, CPU usage, and temperature. So that way, users can know how far they're taxing the system. I mean, to your point, Wolfgang, I agree with you that the issue is people think, oh, because I have X, it can do everything.
Yeah.
But think of a computer. Think of, if I have vMix on a computer and I try to hook in 12 NDI inputs and, 12 4K, SDI inputs and multiple 8 remote guests dialing in, and it's going to be too much on a computer. So everything can be overwhelmed.
That's correct. And you see now Trimi from OBSBOT, sorry, is now to us, and he have closed his tiny tree. I don't know with who he speak. We hear him, and I hope he give his cam free. This makes me crazy. So, Trimi, we hear you, only we see you not.
Let's see if we can get in the OBSBOT booth.
Yeah.
Any viewers of the stream know Chinese?
I don't know.
Can translate for us?
This is a strange show.
And each remote guest has an echo, and I don't know why that is.
He have no, I believe this on notebooks, the problem. You have your mic, and then you have your speaker in the same range, and then the magic when you have not
right,
plus
but
minus.
they don't hear themselves because it's a mixed minus, just like for me. I don't hear myself speaking to you. So my audio is not coming back to me.
That's correct. And why he gives not his cam free, I don't know.
You need to remotely turn the camera on.
I think also people hate me tonight.
You picked the most challenging expo to try and do live hits from the show floor, the most difficult expo. I mean, if it was a dentist conference or something, it would probably be a lot easier.
And more interesting, you think?
I don't know. I'm not into dentistry.
Live on the chair, you're...
Oh. No.
Okay, people. Please don't drive me not crazy. Why give you free your cam? Okay. Then I believe I close his sound a little bit. Then we goes crazy, and I hope he hear us and comes then in with his cam. Okay.
Yeah, I would love to get some, what's going on at OBSBOT, and especially I heard, scuttlebutt, and I don't know how true it is, that the talent may be getting an update. And I'd be very curious, about that, because, the talent is no slouch in terms of live streaming production, all-in-one solutions. And yes, it's made by Magewell, but I haven't seen anything from either company yet as to a new device.
Yeah. I hear it comes a new talent, not only a update or upgrade, whatever. Okay, then basically, the hardware is from Magewell. On another side, important is the software, what you can do, the software where the magic gives free.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking on Magewell's website right now to see if they have any information. And they just have a generic release, ultra encode, visit us at the booth, no pre-show announcements. And if I go to the main Magewell page,
and
is there anything,
three.
a few words about us, new version 3.2 of the software. Nick Ma at Magewell.
So then I give you the page as number 4, and we hope. Then I see Liren wait on us. In 5 minutes, we try to go back to OSEE. Now I hear the hotspot booth. I don't know why he gives not his cam free. This is now the chance to see. Okay, Anthony, I believe the people here, you makes this live stream with a tiny 3, and then she say why I must do the same. Anthony, make this for us.
They're not supposed to be watching the live stream. They're supposed to be talking to us. So Magewell is at NAB. Yes, the 0 days. The countdown is done. The show has opened. There's nothing on the highlights. They've got a new version released of Control Hub so that you can remote into. As someone has mentioned, like someone in the Magewell group was like, you can control the director remotely. Yes, through the Control Hub, you can actually remote into your device through. I'll get it right. The cloud solution.
Yeah.
On my show, I have it corrected. You can flip me, right? Can you flip me? You can flip me.
I can flip out directly the next time. I don't know. You like that I flip you? Moment. Let me see. I flip you in any corner.
So if I go like this, I'm pointing at it. Ready?
Moment.
And then you can flip me so that I'm pointing in the right direction.
Let me see. Where's the flipper? Now I flip you.
There it is. See, he's the producer. I'm just a guest. I have no control over today's show. But now I can go like this. See, it's right there. And then OBSBOT, if we go to the OBSBOT and we reload the page, maybe, kind of see if there's an announcement. Esports support. Is there a news? No.
Okay, I become in front or not any PDF or so over the new talent.
Nothing here.
Right.
It's not like, Apple, when Apple had, would have their like little, show, the website goes down. We'll be back shortly. And then as soon as they're done the show, it's an entirely new website, all about the new products. The old products never even existed. They don't,
For this, Apple must sell directly. That's a problem.
So I'm kind of hoping they would have something here, but I don't see it. I'm curious. Let's go back to the OSEE page. Let's see if they've updated it.
I believe.
It's my hope that maybe, they've got a team back at the office that would be like, okay, it's been announced. People are seeing it at the show. And
okay, then I
new
think
release.
we finish this with
No.
Streamy when he comes not on the show and she speak not on us. Moment, jetzt ist Handy Lynn sent me a email. Anthony, you must speak.
Back panel I/O connections. iMan Cave. I don't know. It would be a great step up, but I'm not seeing hardware information on the OSEE website. It's just, if you go to the NAB 2026 page and it says, here's the show, join us for activities. This is where we're going to be. And this is the highlight where you can guess and win what this might be. Click on the picture to see the left to see more information on Instagram. Maybe they're doing Instagram. I don't have Instagram on here. This is where you can enter to win. Daily raffle. So there's let's see if can I click on if I'm not actually logged in? No. It won't let me just look at their page if I'm not logged in, and I'm not logged in on this browser that I have set to be the view. This is a lower look. It won't even let me open it. Open in new tab. Where is open in new tab? I don't want to do any of those things.
So,
there we go.
Now we have. Hello.
Hello.
What a surprise.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Yes, we hear you.
Yes.
But we cannot hear you.
That's not nice. We hear you. Then explain us.
We hear you. So
Yes. Explain us the news.
they can't hear you say that. Check the post in the Vic Walter in the Facebook group. I will do that. Thank you for the heads up.
In my Facebook group or in yours?
And OSEE.
Okay.
I'll go get it.
Please kindly wait a moment. We can hear you.
They need headphones. Oh, it does have ports on the back.
What do you have in the back? Okay, Anthony, I believe Leon is now 11 o'clock Las Vegas time. And we must say to OSEE he comes a little bit later, or he comes 30 minutes later, okay?
Uh-huh.
没有。
Oh, wow. I was wrong.
What do you think?
The video is fantastic. How can I...
Okay, you hear me now? Now you can hear me?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear us now? One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Window.
Hello?
Okay,
Hello?
we hear you. You hear
Can you
me?
hear us?
hear you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear us now? This is when you can't do a
Okay,
a tech
please,
check before the event.
Anthony, say the next time 3, 4, 5 or 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh,
8,
you
9,
find
10. Can I do
anything
this?
in the OSEE
No.
group? Then I believe,
Ooh. There we go.
and Liza is back, Lisa is back.
Here you go. Alrighty. He's texting you. We can hear you. Can you hear us? No, I think they're frozen there. Oh, I see. I got to do that. iMan Cave. IMAN. iMan Cave. Yes, I got the video from the Facebook group, and I have that ready to share. And for everyone who hasn't seen it, if you want to take the video, there we go. Duet Omni 12 ISO. Bishop Zapp is actually in the booth and he's watching us. Bishop Zapp is in the booth talking with OSEE at the moment. And it looks like it has 6. You can see this display port image there. Camera, 2 webcams, computer. So I guess one is to the computer, one is from the computer. Headphone, microphone, CF Express. So that's a CF Express slot. It's not an SD card slot because you're going to need the faster speeds if you're going to go 12 channel ISO. Woo. And 8 inputs here. And then I guess 9, 10, 11, 12 are, so you're keeping the 4 aux inputs is how you get to 12. I got that off the video by Len. He says, not sure if the name includes Duet. I would just say, just go to Omni 12, because don't confuse it with the Duet because, it's a whole different thing. Interesting, though, that all the inputs and outputs are on the device because it's a real, I kind of thought that would all be on a separate device.
Okay, I don't
Let's see
know.
if we can get to OBSBOT.
Yes, we lose Liren from OSEE. And okay, I believe this is not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to connect to people on the show floor is an
Nice
exercise
feat.
almost in futility.
Yes, and you see now the new Nike shoes. Okay, you hear us?
Hello. Can you hear us now? 1, 2, 3.
Hello?
1, 2, 3.
Okay,
Ichi,
then
ni,
Dreamy,
san.
wait a little bit. Wait, stand online, wait a little bit. Then now we have, say to me, we
Both of
have
them.
Liren back. Or we lose him now, we have him back. I don't know.
1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear us? 1, 2, 3. OBSBOT, show us your new talents. Do you have any new talents that you can show us? It just seems like nobody can hear us.
Okay, then I finish this and we try to come back to OSEE, okay? This is...
They're waiting to hear from us and give them direction or something, and they just can't hear us. Nobody can hear us through the system. And I don't know if it's an issue on their end trying to use wireless earbuds in an RF heavy environment or a bad cellular connection.
I don't know, you hear me. For this, I believe the system is okay. Where is Liren for...
I hear him. He sounds clear.
Okay, I have him here in 56.
All right. Do you want to continue since neither one of them are able to like really connect or hear us? Hello, 1, 2, 3.
So now we have the same as we hear. It's a OSEE booth. Oh, we see not the camera.
Now I see the camera. He's right at the side of the mixer. I see the corner of the mixer. Ah, this is so tantalizing, yet okay, I have the video queued up if you want to look at the video from Vic Walter shot in the booth.
Jetzt müsste man Chinesisch können. Okay. Sorry, I speak not Chinese.
GoPro Hero 14. The new GoPro looks pretty cool too. I know, it is what it is. You want to just let them go because it's like an exercise in futility. It's just not working on their end, whatever end it is. It's just not working.
Okay.
As much as we tried, as much as we had lined them up and we had schedules, it being able for them to hear us and being able for them to know when they were live to just even just talk at us seems to be unreliable because of, you know, I've been on the show floor. It's incredibly difficult.
Yes, I know. Moment, I take the sound down. And then I bring your video back, moment.
Okay. I think this is going to be very interesting. Ooh, if I make this smaller, then technically my cursor should be bigger, right? No. So, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in there twice.
I don't know what.
Hi, everybody.
Ah, I know. Yes.
Look at him.
Too much Anthony.
And him.
Too much Anthony.
and now we lost you. We can't not have you.
Okay.
So as we were saying, this switcher, it's like you've got HDMI and SDI for 8 inputs. And then over here, it says outputs. Actually, let me just move this window to where I can see it. 2 outputs. This says I/O. I don't know what I/O that would be. It's a very interesting port. Over here looks like an RF connector, and there's another matching one over here on this end. There's an RF connector, Ethernet, XLR inputs, but not combo jacks, unfortunately. I prefer combo jacks. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to guess these are outputs. Now, this whole area looks to be outputs, and then there's another jack down here. I bet you this is DC input because I don't see an AC input. So this will be a DC threaded adapter, I think. And we can move this along. So again, this video is on the OSEE group in Facebook. If you're a member of that, you can come look at it. You can see the fan on the bottom. Let's go back there a second. A big fan input on the bottom. So it's going to be, I guess, pulling in from underneath and then blowing it out the sides, because I thought the sides looked like air grills to me. You can see it's got 8 physical inputs. And then, interesting, I thought, because they said 12. These are players. And then there's more over here. Let's see if it gets closer. Player 1, player 2. All right, I got to make it bigger for my eyes. M source is what it says. M source. And then these are all different inputs. Preview, this is all mixing up here. This is all your macros, 10 macros still. Your mic inputs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Aux, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mic 1, mic 2, preview program, audio follows video. Over here is your player. So the player controls have moved over here. Your recorder controls, live with 3 destinations. Here are your players, 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. I'm not seeing indications that you would have 4 NDIs. Mm-hmm. It's just an 8 hardware input switcher, which is kind of what they have right now, right? And then player 1, player 2. Oh, graphics 1, graphics 2, aux 3, aux 4.
You can zoom in more, then I can nothing read. This is our question of my glasses, not of the picture.
No, I can't really zoom in more because I'm sharing the whole video window. Okay. So unless I scroll along and he gets closer with the camera, and again, he's talking through all the different parts on there, and because I don't have video play out. So here it is on the table. 12-channel HDMI, SDI, and IP sources. So it's not really going to be an NDI switcher like I had speculated, but it looks like you can have 2. So it's like the Duet 8 ISO, but you can have 8 hardware inputs plus 2 more auxes of IP sources. Oh, look at that. A vertical mixer too. Look at that.
Oh, you know, you can do this in the GoStream Duet. You can change the parts inside to horizontal and vertical. You can do this in the OC Duet, Sean. Then you makes in the mixer the possibility to bring all your pictures, HDMI or SDI, in vertical inside, and you can make the program that you can work with the mixer completely vertical. And
you can see this is what I speculated, because you would need, to be able to see 12 sources, and as well as overlays and playback, you would need more windows. So it looks like you've got 16 or you got 15, but again, the same thing. Here's your audio mixer, but if you want to see the menu, it's going to cover over a bunch of these windows and you're not going to be able to see them still. So now he's talking about functionality and the Ghost. Yeah, it's just the Ghost Stream Omni 12 ISO right on top. Oh, I'm one of the things I'm noticing here is you can see the ports, right? You can see the ports right up there. And one of the things that I had mentioned in my review was that, you know, what would be really good, since you're printing on the top of the unit anyway, print the labels for the ports right on top. I mean, look, you're printed on this side, you're printed on that side, and you've got this whole long bevel right here. Just print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, output 1, 2, and all this stuff, XLRs over here, just, and then put these titles down here. You know, use this whole top panel for labeling. So when you're leaning over the device, you can see what it says. I mean, you're printing on this metal sheet anyway, so it just makes more sense to me. But they didn't watch my review, I guess.
Yes, I see you printed every time all the pieces on your gear.
Yes, yes, I am very handy with my labeler, and if it doesn't exist, I'm going to print my own labels for the top of the unit so that when I lean over the device, I know which one is which. Because it's like if you have a couple things, I don't want to have to count every time. I just want to know this is 6. Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that was right. That's 6. You know, just without guessing. It would be nice to have that there. Yeah, so there's Lenny in the booth.
Yeah.
Doing us the show floor. So I can't play this with audio to go through our show. As far as I know, I don't think I can because it's a screen share. It's not a screen and audio share. And there was not an option for audio to go with it.
Okay.
But that's okay. I mean, people can go see it themselves. But you know, I just wanted to grab it
Now you
and make
see,
it available here.
I believe you have now your 6 USB-C or
Yes. The USB-Cs have increased and there's labels on them. So they're kind of dedicated. You can see there's a webcam. So these are kind of, I guess, dedicated webcams. I don't know if this is like recommended usage, suggested usage, or if this is where if USB-C is just DisplayPort out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if, you know, the B here is only to go out to a computer. And this one, that one looks like the Mac command key. I don't know what that would indicate. If anybody's watching, you have that YouTube video with audio muted? No, there's no, I'm not at the control center, so I'm not able to share the audio from the video through the whole system out to the viewers. But again, this video was uploaded to the OSEE GoStream user group on Facebook, so you can find it there and listen to the audio directly. I can't play the audio through. Technically, it is muted. Would I be able to hear it? And then you'd hear it through my mic. Play, spacebar, I'm playing. It doesn't want to play more than a half second. I have to keep hitting the play bar, so very weird.
And I try to find Leon back. You must speak now alone. I try to find him back, okay?
That's okay. I'm good at vamping. Very interesting over here is the Compact Flash Express up here. So it's not an SD card. I wonder if there's an SD card in the front for media and then CF Express for recording. This will be gigabit Ethernet. 1 left, 2 right. But again, just balanced audio. 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you've got more analog audio input here, as well as a headphone jack, just one. So that is very exciting to me to see. And it's got the new, not the soft touch buttons. See if I can get a clearer frame here. Can I go frame by frame? No. But these are the more traditional big physical buttons, and these are the soft touch buttons continued on top, much like Black Magic and everything. But whereas the whole switcher used to have these white soft buttons, now it has these larger, probably mechanical switch buttons that enable you, when you click it, there's a distinct part where it goes through, and that is now when it was accepted, as opposed to the soft touch button didn't have that clickiness to it. And that means you were always kind of like, at which point, does it go in? And these are more definitive buttons. I've used these for years on Sony and Grass and other video mixers. So this is going to be a welcome change for people who coming from higher end broadcast mixers and wouldn't consider, a soft touch button. But now look at this, and this is a control surface. Like, oh, okay, it's got the buttons that I'm used to working with, and the look and feel of what they're doing. Also, like I said, seeing the PTZ control, telephoto and wide. There's your zoom. Here is position. And I would wonder if there's, there would need to be focus control, big fade to black button on there. See if we can get a better shot of this right side. This like input line. These don't look like, yeah, these are outputs. So this is where you can select what your output is. So there's no focus control unless this is, you can toggle somehow, I guess with a macro button, toggle what these buttons do over here on the bottom right. So instead of being telephoto and wide, they could be towards and away in terms of pushing and pulling the focus. That would be interesting. Did I say no NDI? No, I did not. I did not say it does not have NDI. The way that they have characterized this on their panel, their info panel at the bottom of the screen here, is that it is an IP mixer. It just means NDI is probably included, but it also means that SRT, you could SRT into it. You could maybe even RTMP into it. You could use other IP protocols to come into it, because it's like, hey, I would love to have my GoPro, or I would love to have my, Insta 3, what is it? My DJI hand cam, handy cam wandering around. I would love to have that send an RTMP stream, but have it be received by the mixer, so that I could use that as a camera that has tracking and good image controls and stabilization and things like that. And that way it makes it easy to walk around a location, wirelessly stream that from the action cam into your hardware mixer that's in the same local area network. So it's an IP stream, but it's not limited to NDI. And just to be clear, that was the case before as well. You could, there were SRT reception, there was RTMP reception in the Duet 8. So that's not going to be new to the Omni 12. I'm just curious how I'm looking at 8 input buttons, 2 player buttons, which are also your aux buttons. So you've got 2 auxes as opposed to the Duet 8, which has 4 auxes. You've got 2 auxes, so that's 8, 9, 10. To me, that's a 10 input switcher. And then it says media source there is another button. So multi-source is your multi-view. I don't think of that as a source. I mean, it's, it can be a source. It can be something to switch to, but it's not a 12 input mixer at that point. It's a, you can only call up 10 inputs on that switching panel, not 12. And here's your multi-source, and then I don't know what these other little buttons are off to the right. I haven't seen a good close look, and I would have to watch. There's a shift. Oh, okay. So there's your shift. That helps. Last function, and it looks like either a finger or a mouse button. But a shift button means that these buttons would do double duty, and then you're shifting 7, 8, player 1, player 2 to also be shift graphics 1, graphics 2, aux 3, aux 4, where I guess this could be aux 1, aux 2, aux 3, aux 4. So then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then to me, it becomes a 14 input switcher. If you could just hold the shift button down and use the other, and you're cutting to the other thing, shift. And that's why it's only on this end, because that's where the shift button is. So you can hold shift with your pinky and hit this with your thumb. Shift 7 is graphics 1. Shift 8 is graphics 2, graphics or aux 2. Shift 9 is aux 3, and shift 10 is aux 4. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I guess, I don't know how they're getting to 12, only 12, or as many as 12. I guess maybe if these are all auxes, aux 1, aux 2, aux 3, aux 4, those are your 4 other sources, and they're not counting the graphics as a source. But I don't know. Pricing of the unit. I don't know. Have you heard anything about the pricing of the unit? Text message them and ask them for pricing. Because Layun, text Layun and ask what the U.S. retail pricing of this might be.
Okay, and I send a new link to Liren that we want to know all over this mixer. And compliment,
yes.
You have so good eyes with these classes. I see all these details, and you say, oh, this is so
I'm looking at the original video that was uploaded, which is probably good HD. You're looking at the downsampled, windowed, compressed version. So, yes. Up here, it's interesting. It does say 8 times 4K, and then 8 times whatever the second thing is.
8 times 4K.
And then
4K is absolutely crazy.
So yeah, that is going to be, I'm actually looking at the background. I'm hoping to see more of the background. When he maybe puts it down, is talking about the other thing. Oh, there it is. 4 times NDI. 8 times SDI level 2. So, okay. So it's 8 times 4K HDMI. 8 times SDI. So both of those, I guess, are 4K. That would be 4K over SDI. Hopefully not limited to HD. And 4 times NDI. And there may even be more under that, but I can't make the camera look lift up and look down. There it is. 4 times NDI up here. And I don't know if there is something else lower on that display. If somebody's at the show, please take a picture of that display and send it to us. Or we'll just have to wait until they update the website to get the full details. But this is kind of exciting. This is really exciting that it's a 4 input or an 8 input 4K video mixer, 4 times NDI. And if it's 4K NDI and it's a full 4K video mixer all the way through, that's going to be pretty huge. Something that Blackmagic never saw fit to do, let alone NDI or a 4K mini mixer. Feel free to comment. 12 simultaneous. Pricing. I'm NCave asked 12 simultaneous. It'd be, yes, 12 simultaneous inputs. But obviously you're not putting all 12 of them up on the screen at the same time. So I guess they mean you can have, and I'm just speculating here, the 8 of either 4K HDMI or 8 SDI or SDI and HDMI, pick and choose all the way down the line. But each of those inputs is either HDMI or SDI. And then for NDI inputs going into those aux buttons on the end, using the shift key to shift between, the top or the shift to the bottom register of what that button would switch to. And again, my other suggestion was when they were, with the Duet 8 was the fact that, we could have 4 of these inputs be one or the other. I suggested a shift, which is what this button is right here. But I had also suggested making the preview row be a double tap. So you tap it once, you're on the input, whether it be HDMI or SDI or whatever you're switching to. But if you double tap it, it'll switch to the other input. So technically, then you could have 8 HDMI plugged in and 8 SDI plugged in, and with a simple double tap, switch between those on the preview bus and then hit the cut key and bring that up, and then double tap and bring the next one up, and single tap and bring the next one up, making it almost seamless to switch between 16 different hardware physical inputs. But again, it does not look like they watched my review.
Okay. Basically, Anthony, you are the best speculator on the internet.
I try.
Yes, I know. Okay. Lisa from OSEE write to me, the internet connection is in the moment absolutely bad on the booth. And now she produced fast an exclusive video for us over this new mixer. And I write her she can send me all the dates over this part. Only Anthony say all what the people want to know. So I'm basically the next.
So was I guessing right?
I can never do a live stream alone, Anthony. This is so absolutely top of the world.
I kind of thought it might be a little bit of a challenge to get a feed from the show floor. So I kind of felt, hey, if you can't get that, then maybe I could, just help you vamp a little bit. They say they loaded it to YouTube. Lapazzo just uploaded a fuller version. Leo Pazzo. Okay, let's see. Let me look for that. Leopazzo.
Then I look too. Then I can bring the YouTube video inside.
There it is. Yep.
You can send me the link. Then
Yep.
I must not.
It's very quiet, but here comes the link.
Okay, you sent me over Facebook Manager or over
Yeah.
Okay.
XLR, headphones.
I see it not. Or you write it over email.
No, Facebook. Oh, I wrote it in the chat of the Facebook. I thought it was direct to you. Sorry.
Okay.
It had your name on it. There you go. Yeah, it's just the zoom control on the right.
Okay, moment. Do-ba-do-do. Web browser.
Uh,
guys? So
oh,
here we
virtual
are
cameras.
at NAB,
Get a
Las
wide
Vegas,
angle
the
and 2
OSEE
close-ups from a
booth, and we just
4K
announced
input.
a brand new product over here. Look at this bad boy. This is the Ghost
You got it.
Omni 12 ISO. Yes, you heard it right. 12 inputs, isolated recordings. Just take a look over here at the back of all the different connections that we have. HDMI inputs, SDI inputs, along with outputs. And we also have a bunch of USB-C connections, CF Express D card. We got the network cable, XLR inputs as well, headphones, monitoring. We are jam-packed. We also have internal fans over here with some ventilation. We got 12 inputs on this bad boy, along with so much control. We also got stingers. We also have all the controls of our outputs over here. We got keyers, downstream key, and the upstream key, along with macros, scenes that we usually have, along with graphics and PTZ controls that we can save presets and also control those PTZ controls right over here with the joystick, and also be able to zoom in and zoom out. We are showcasing this for the first time over here. You guys are seeing it first. And we have one set up over here. Currently right now we have the presets for the PTZ. We have the cam preset, which we have this PTZ right over here set up. So I can go to preset number 1 for an example, preset number 2. So we have a bunch that we can save over here. And we also got a nice stinger effect. We have a nice multi-view screen over here as well that's giving us all the information, along with being able to access the menu. And we also have the software as well onto our PC. It's going to be able to support HDMI inputs, SDI, NDI, along with SRT, RTMP, and the list goes on. Video players, graphics, overlays. Guys, if you guys want to see this in person for the first time, come down here to NAB and check it out. If you want to know more, again, join OSEE on the Facebook, Instagram, and also their Facebook group as well. Looking forward to seeing you guys here. Brand new. The Omni 12 ISO.
Great video. Great video. That was, yeah, that was a very great. Oh, yeah, that's. I wanted to play that game. That looks like a great piece of tech. Lengthy post with everything you need to know is there. No price mentioned. Oh, that's the one. That's the real question. And the details on the bottom corner of this, that is indeed 6. It says 6 assignable outputs. So 4 SDI, 2 HDMI, 6 assignable outputs. And there's upstream and downstream keys. And let me close this. It just took over my whole screen again. And multi-channel recording, CF Express A, I believe it is. So very, very capable. There's no SD card in the front. So, you know, if you're looking to use an SD card, even if it's SD XC2, I guess they're like, nope, not even going to bother that because somebody's going to stick in the wrong card. Just use CF Express.
You like to see it again and again and again.
People can watch it on YouTube if they want. Now that it's up at Leo Pazzo TV, so good on him for posting that.
Yes.
And
on the other side, it's a surprise. What I see in this style was the last time from Roland from Japan. This makes only a 4 or 6 channel 4K video measure. Or Roland think on another part in workflow and so. And I believe this was OSEE makes is an absolutely good workflow situation for us live streamers.
Yeah, Roland actually jumped into the all-in-one mixers well before other people.
Yeah.
And professional AV. And they've got the V1 4K. They do have video switchers, and they do have this hardware out there. I'm looking at their website now. They've got a lot of things in this market, but the issue is they are switchers. And while Roland can come out with a all-in-one 4K video switcher. Let me just find out more before I misstate no, I don't want to watch a video. Close. I just want to go to the page. Oh, it's a video. do they not have an actual I want to find out more. You're going to go to, I'm going to the V series comparison, video processing, stream or record USB to computer, USB 3.0, USB-C, USB-C. So you can stream via USB, stream, record directly to LAN. So their V80 HD is the only switcher that will actually stream directly from the switcher, one of them. Versus they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've got like 10 video mixers. One of them will stream directly. One of them records direct internally to an SD card. Whereas you can take the OSEE and it'll stream to 3 destinations. It'll record 8 ISO inputs. It'll record 4K. I mean, you just go down the list and you'd be hard pressed to find a reason not to get a switcher like the OSEE, which is giving you all this, even if you're not using this streaming, that 1 gig, when you do need streaming, you don't need to bring a second device. It's in the device you already have. And that is something that I think really does play into the purchase of a new piece of gear is, what am I getting for my money? And I think with OSEE is really delivering a lot of value and a lot of, features for a very, respectable amount of money. I mean, I'm saying, it's a good price. It's not going to be super cheap. It's not, it has hardware that you got to pay for. It's not going to be, oh, look at this. I want 12 inputs and 4K and I just want to pay $200. No, that's not going to be the case.
That's normal. On the other side, when I bring it now the OSEE GoStream Duet and the OSEE GoStream Duet 8 ISO, when you comes with line in as example in the switcher, you have a better sound. Well, I was so crazy in the first time with the Atom Mini Pro ISO and so, and the sound is okay, diplomatic. The sound is not good for make live streaming over the switcher when you bring the audio directly inside. I go crazy over the quality. And for this was surprised that with OSEE is the sound on a higher level. Okay, never, you can never say this when you have a sound mixer. Yes, or you have a Rodecaster a Pro also. That's clear. Yes, on the other side, when you have one piece, it's okay.
Yeah, and I've always tell people, like, we're watching these attempted live streams from the show floor, and it really hits home that it's AV, and the audio part is more important. It's audio first. And if you don't have good audio and you can't communicate and you're not hearing anything, waving a camera around doesn't really help. Whereas if you're able to show a still image and talk over it, that's going to be more valuable than 4K P60 or whatever. So first, and good audio. If somebody's watching a stream and the audio is good, but the video, decreases in quality and gets a little grainy, people will keep watching. If at the same time, for that same length of time, the video is perfect, but the audio gets all garbled and crackly and you can't understand what they're saying, people are going to tune out because the audio carries the more information than the video does, which is why, I'm always surprised when people are like, I need to stream in 4K. I'm like, a good 1080 stream with really nice audio is going to do, I feel, personal opinion, going to do a lot better than a 4K stream with meh audio or worse.
Yeah, it's okay. On another side, it's a question of your range from your internet and so. When you try to do 4K live streaming,
it's more challenging. It eats up the bandwidth a lot faster.
Yes. For me, it's okay. I have 52 up to 54 megabit upload here at my studio. As for this in 4K, so what? Yeah, when you can go with 20, 24 megabit out, then you have no problem. Or you must have a good sound machine too, or good microphone and so. I believe you can kill me. I believe the future in live streaming is in 4K. Then so much people or in the United States looks YouTube on television, never more on computer, notebook, tablet, and so.
Although I'm watching it on a computer, so.
Okay, well, yeah, you're a big king. You're the king of the streamers in United States. Then you have 80 sol. Okay. No, this is for this. I think this is the future is 4K.
All right. Let me go down the list of tabs that I had opened up.
Okay.
Talking about NAB, and we could cover each of these things a little bit.
Okay.
Let me reset what that thing is looking at. I hit refresh. I gotten good at this. And then I come up here and I hit this and I say share. And then that should change momentarily to my new input. There we go. So Blackmagic, we were talking about this yesterday. Blackmagic did a big, as they always do, they sort of pre-announce everything ahead of the actual show by a couple days. Give people time to watch the video and stuff like that. And then you go to the show and you get to see and play and check things out. It's not discovering at NAB, it's being able to check out what was already announced. So new DaVinci Resolve, a lot of AI, photo editor. And again, DaVinci Resolve is free. Just, it's amazing. And then Fairlight, their audio mastering tool for live production, Fairlight Live, was also released free. So you can download the audio mixing soup du jour and run it on your whatever computer you want. And in the video, you can watch this video. It's a very long video. This is the 10 channel. This is the 20 channel. This is the 40 channel. And it was very cool when he showed the 40 channel mixing live multi-channels of live audio, and then he lifted up the $599 iBook or MacBook Neo and showed that all of the software for all 40 channels of live audio mixing that this $12,000 control surface or whatever it costs was all being done on a Neo, the cheapest Mac there is. And as far as I know, it does not have to be Mac. You could download it. Let's click on the download link. Mac OS X, Windows x86, or Windows ARM. So It's available for all three. It doesn't have a Linux like Resolve does, but Windows ARM is good. So it's covering both sides of Windows. And it'll probably run on a little NUC if it's going to run on, the Neo, which is basically an iPhone chip. Mm. So the audio processing is not as challenging as video processing. But the interesting thing, and the reason I bring it up, is not that you're going to spend, $20,000 on a control surface, but you can do everything on a screen. Mm-hmm. You can run it on a lightweight or an older Mac or PC. And the software is free. And he said, this is the interesting part, you will be able to update your ATEM Mini Pro ISO and the ATEM Mini Pro, which goes back a little bit. I think that's the four input one, but the Pro ones. And it'll convert the USB port to a multi-channel in and out. And what that does is, if you're taking in HDMI or SDI, and SDI has 8 channels of audio per input, and you're bringing all those channels of audio through the USB into the computer, then you can run your, equalization, your ducking, your, aural exciter, and you can do all of this live audio processing, and then feed that audio back into your ATEM Mini. And it's part of your live switch that goes out for program. And that, I think, is amazing because you may already have the video mixer. The software is free. Find an old computer and give it a shot. And for live shows, as I just said, audio, good, great audio is going to like really, enhance the deliverable that you give to your audience. And hey, Blackmagic, just made that happen. So that's what I wanted to mention for people who are live streaming with Blackmagic hardware. The ATEM minis is this Fairlight, and you don't have to buy the control surface to gain any of what it can do. The control surface just gives you buttons and knobs, but the software still does 100% of what it does without the buttons and knobs. And that I found is there. That's from 2000. So the 10 input is 2000. This one is not $2,000. This I thought was amazing. Like I as you know, I have the B4 on Micro Four Thirds groups for putting B4 ENG lenses on large sensor cameras. This just blew my mind in that they took their 12K, not 4K, not 8K, their 12K cinema camera, put a B4 mount on the front of it, and then an audio interface to power and control the lens, and basically made an ENG camera that you could use for sports and everything, but you're shooting with a 12K sensor. Of course, you need 100 gigabit Ethernet to run it. So if you're going to be doing this, you're basically going to be upgrading to their SMPTE 2110, their entire ecosystem there, because nothing else is going to handle 12K sources, let alone multiple 12K sources. And then their immersive Cine. And these are all the new devices that they introduced for ME, Constellation, and they have recorders and cloud storage and media docks and SDI expanders. Take all of these SDIs, you put it on 100 gig, and then it goes into the video mixer. And he just went on stacking up all of this equipment, stacking it up, and it was just, it was amazing. And I think that's going to be out of the realm of anybody but high-end broadcast. But this right here, this Fairlight, I think is going to deliver something very useful to people who are at the lower end of live streaming with the ATEM minis, is better, much better audio capabilities in your video. Well, not in your video mixer, in the computer that's connected to your video mixer. Because again, this is all happening externally and then feeding it back in.
Only all systems you can never work alone for production, and so then
yes,
you must have
this is where you definitely need an audio engineer.
Yes, correct. And a team and also
this person.
This man, yeah, okay. He's
and all these faders on these control surfaces, so if you have audio follows video and you cut, all the faders are going to move automatically.
That's nice stuff. You hear
OSEE, we've seen this. We've been talking about this for a while. That was their Instagram. YOLO. They were going to have an announcement. YOLO was going to have an announcement with regards to taking the app and making the app available separately. Frank announced something about taking the YOLO Box app and freeing it from the YOLO Box hardware. And that, I think, is going to be very, very interesting, because right now the app is free with the hardware. But if you're not buying the hardware, do you have to pay for the app? How much does the app cost?
I don't know. Okay.
And then the other real challenge that we know from the Pro and Mini is the hardware really limits what you can do with it.
Okay, when you do the YOLO Extreme software as app, then you must buy capture cards and so. Yes, you think you have this on the PC or notebook or Mac, whatever, you know what I mean. Yes.
Yeah.
Not only on a tablet. I hate this, why the power of a tablet is not enough to do very interesting live streams with anything. It's my opinion.
Yeah, the tablets are definitely limited, but at the same time, they're also extremely convenient. Whereas, if I am a vMix person, I have multiple vMix licenses, and, bringing my PC and then my Aja IO and then the audio mixer and then the control, it's like I'm lining up a table full of these little widgets to do what a YOLO box does in one device. And as I've always said, for people who are streaming, kids baseball, or people who are, I want to do kids soccer and I want to have one camera to follow everything and then maybe a webcam for a wide shot when I lose track of where the ball is and stuff like that. The little YOLO box mini is this big, and it's an on-camera monitor, which makes it easier to see. And it's also doing the sports scoreboard, the camera switching, and the streaming and the recording in that little box.
Yeah.
So
for this
convenience.
I was surprised over this system. I was one of the Kickstarter with the original YOLO box. Yes, I'm an old history man. And for this, the system and the possibilities is absolutely great. Yes, and I ask me, why do not other people comes to the same idea to make this? I love this extreme. Yes, and I make video podcasts and so stuff with this, and it's absolutely great. Yeah.
Well, other companies have. They saw YOLO have success being the only person in this pond. And then Magewell says, we want some of that. So, them developing the Director and then the Director 1, which sort of, it's just sort of like the Director, but a little bit more hardware capability and external antennas and things like that. And the Director Mini, which is the tiny one, it's about the same size as the YOLO Box Mini, but with, two HDMI inputs and two USB inputs, and the ability to use three wireless, phones as cameras, so now all of a sudden you're switching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cameras, in this tiny little Director Mini, which is the same size as the YOLO Box Mini. So in terms of small size, this is very, very capable. It's got 2 instant replays. It's got, all this capability and external batteries. So if you want to run off of like big batteries, because you're going to be outside a long time, you can just swap them out one at a time and just run that thing all day long. So yeah, Magewell came in there. And then of course the OBSBOT talent is the same hardware, but now with OBSBOT software to be able to do some of the AI features, turn the AI features on and off within their cameras. I really, expected OBSBOT to offer more of their camera capability with the software in this. See, I can now point in the correct direction. Thank you. But it hasn't happened as fast as I had hoped. Maybe at NAB they've got some sort of software announcement. We haven't heard what may be happening with regards to the OBSBOT talent at NAB. Hopefully somebody can chime in with that. I just looked at the Bird Dog NAB page, and they're celebrating 10 years. They're one of the first people doing NDI. They're doing Dante over the hardware. They've got a buy one, get one, but there's no hardware announcements here other than the fact that you can buy one and get one with the cameras. The Bird Dog Play Pro was announced a couple months ago. Connect for Zoom, so you can hook that in there. So the hardware, there's no specific NAB 2026 announcements as far as I can see. Magewell, we're waiting to hear. In the Magewell group, the people kind of said they're not really going to announce the next director at NAB. Maybe it's not fully ready and fully baked. And that's one of the things I really have to commend Magewell on, is that Magewell really does make sure everything they say it's going to do is reliable, because they come from the broadcast world and they're coming down to the more prosumer world. And I said, how come the multi-views are limited to 3? And the answer was because we are certain that it will be able to deliver all of the frames from each of those inputs with only a 3 multi-view. we could let you do 4 and 5, but then you would complain that the frame rate went down. And so they tested it, and its features are limited to make sure that it's still delivering what it promises to deliver, given, as you said, the constraints of being a mobile device. So I really commend Magewell in saying, listen, we understand you could push the device too far, and we're going to design it such that we make it really hard for you to push the device too far. And when you're doing something with this device, and you work within the limitations, it's going to continue to deliver as promised.
Mm. That's correct.
And I like that.
Yes. On the other side, I'm too old. I love the size from the extreme. I like not this so tiny and small and so this.
Yeah, the extreme is a big 11-inch screen.
Yeah, correct.
8 physical inputs, although I think the first 5 are 4K and then the last 3 are HD. So don't think it's 8 4K inputs, but they will all do HD. 8 HDMI, 2 HDMI outputs in 4K, but the 11-inch OLED display
correct,
does make a difference. And even if you're doing a show with guests, comments, having that bigger screen really does pay off because the fonts are smaller, there's more content on the screen, and you're able to see 10 comments on the screen, with more text from each comment, before you have to scroll around. Whereas on the other devices, the font is bigger, there's only, maybe 4 comments, depending upon how much somebody wrote, on the screen, so you have to do a whole lot more scrolling around to see what people are writing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct.
And the 10-hour battery life is to be up to 10 hours. And remember, it says up to. If you are outdoors and the brightness is cranked all the way to full, and you're using multiple CPU or multiple USB, making the CPU work harder and things like that, then you're not going to get 10 hours of battery life, understandably. Work it harder, battery works less. Same with laptops. It's like people think, well, why doesn't it? Same with laptops. If you take a gaming laptop and you do web browsing with it, it's going to last longer than if you do gaming with it.
Yeah, no. On the other side, I think it's 5 4K's camera is for the most live streaming absolutely enough. Yes, you must think in the
Wobbler wrote us, and I tried to reply, but it didn't work. So it almost seems like it's an ad. Can you visit Sound Dimension Audio Technology? No, because we're not actually at the show. I'm in Dallas, and you're in Germany. So no, we can't visit the booth.
No.
But thanks for the comment. I tried to at you back to reply, but it wouldn't come up with your name. It wouldn't come up. So I don't know how that works. Or why that doesn't work. DJI has come out with their new camera. The new Osmo Pocket. Will it show it on here? Pocket 3, Pocket 2. No, they don't have the new one on here.
Yeah, today I read today that a Pocket 4 Pro comes in April too. That's interesting.
Yeah, but I've seen people doing videos and reviews of it already, and it's out there, but it's not here on their website. So it's interesting that the company would not have it on their own website, yet third-party reviewers are doing videos on it already.
Yeah, okay. Crazy was that I read yesterday, I believe, she becomes in the United States not a license to sell the Pocket 4 in the United States. That is a big hammer.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yes, I read it yesterday in the newspapers. The DJI have the problem with the license only for the Pocket 4K, for the Pocket 4, sorry, to become the license to sell. I don't know it's real or it's a next joke in the newspapers. I don't know.
So what I'm doing now is... There it is. Because you said not in the US, I realized it said US at the top of the screen. And if I go to the UK, Look at that.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Thank you for that little tidbit of information here, because that made all the difference.
Yes, correct. And when you cannot sell in a country, why you brings it on your homepage? I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. I understand the system not when you can sell the Pocket 3 and when you look on the specs and say, okay. And for me, I wait on the Pocket 4 Pro, then I believe DJI must run on this before Insta360 bring his pocket cam with 2 lenses. Yeah.
Oh, you think they're going to do that?
Yeah.
Well, then that might just mean that Insta360 is going to be next on the ban list.
I don't know.
So here's Insta came out with the Insta360 X4 Air. Is there a comparison tool between what's the difference between the X4 and the X4 Air? Is it just lighter? Runs cooler because there's a new processor?
Yeah, specs up from the X5, and I believe this is a camera more from people who try not to do 360s, then every time reframe for vertical or horizontal clips. That's interesting. It's when you say, I want this have as a action cam and makes only reframes or little planets, and so that is a little not so expensive as X5. And today I see a video for the X6. It comes now with 8K and 60 FPS in this year.
Wow. Well, the 60 FPS I think would be, yeah, because they're not touting 8K 30 frames per second on the Air. But I think they're really touting the fact that it's not this heavy piece of equipment.
Yep.
I have an X3 that I shot my NAB footage with, and it's not light. It's just like the X4 kind of. The X5 got a little bigger, and but then I added a cage, and then I put a light on top, and then I added a wireless receiver. So it almost doesn't matter how light the actual Insta360 is if you're going to rig it up.
Yeah, it's okay. On the other side, when you make reframe, you cropped in, you lose your 4K. Yes, or your 8K, you more zoom in.
Yeah, mine's only 4K.
Yes.
And they came out with they had the X4 in 8K there at the NAB that I was at, and I begged them to let me use it to shoot all my footage, and they were like, no, we're only giving it to like other more established YouTubers. And I was like, yeah, I don't have that many people watching my channel, so I get that.
Oh, no.
But here is, you can see the 4K
expertise.
30 on the
Anthony,
X5.
Anthony, important is you have the expertise to speak over this. It's not every time it's a question of abonnents and viewers.
For them it is.
Okay.
For them it is. That's what they look at. Who's your audience? How many people are we going to get? They gave one to Carter Crew, and I think Carter Crew shot it as a rocket through the air. So, that's going to get them millions of views, and that's understandable. It's like you want people to see it and find out about it. So that's the game. I understand that.
She want people who pray. It doesn't matter what it works. He want to pray people. Yes, I know.
So, yeah, that's the Insta360. I don't see, let's go back to the reload the page. Anti-gravity, very cool looking. But nothing that is being, they're at NAB.
No.
Insta360 is at NAB.
I think it's a running game between Insta and DJI, who brings the first pocket cam with 2 lenses out.
Well, wouldn't that be the X4 Air?
No.
And then RGB Link. Did you say you knew something of what they were going to be bringing to the show? go to their news page. 10-channel all-in-one video mixer events. Their news page hasn't been updated since 2024. You know, if you're going to do that, just delete the page. I'm sorry.
On another side, I read it today, you hear anything that Holyland brings a new live streaming cam out with 10 up to 20 time optical zoom.
Holyland had
a little pocket
they
with
wouldn't
4K, yes.
No, it was like this,
No.
and it had a vertical monitor that came up. And when I was at NAB, they had the first version of it and says, we're coming out with the second version of it. It asked me to contact them when the second version started to be delivered to do a video on it.
And today I read she comes out with a new live streaming cam, I don't know, correct, with PTC or normal.
That Holyland did?
Holyland, yeah.
The Venus Live. That was it. Venus Live V2. That was the new one.
Yes.
The Venus Live Air was the one that I saw in the booth.
Yes.
The Venus Live 2 was the one, the new one, or the replacement for it that they told me to wait for. But it's a single. As far as I remember, it was a single lens. I don't remember it having much of a zoom. Does it have a zoom?
No, this not.
It's designed to do everything in the camera.
Yes, I read she comes. So this new cam comes this year out. I
this
don't
year.
know. She brings it now on the NAB or not. But you see, the market for real live stream cams grows up, and everybody and any company like to bring a live stream cam, only live streaming cam out. It's interesting.
I think the difference was, this was a tiny little thing, and I think this is 4K 30 as well.
Yeah, now this little
This
tiny.
is very basic.
Yeah.
They got a teeny little monitor.
Yeah, for this is for me not interesting. For this was surprised that I read this 20 times optical zoom. This is an announcement.
That would be interesting. Holyland actually had a multi-input live switcher for a moment. It was actually Holyland was showing it, and it looked exactly like something I had seen advertised elsewhere from another company for well over a year. And I think Holyland was OEMing it, and then it was briefly on their website and then gone. So I think there was like an attempted partnership, like the Talent and Magewell. I think there was an attempted partnership there that didn't fully work out or something like that. And, you can see they don't even have switchers listed here as a category anymore. So I think they were just like, nope, we're just not going to bother with that.
Basically, I like the wireless mics from Holyland. The sound is...
Yes.
Yes, I have 3 times a Lark. Then there is M2, M2S. And the first Lark, what is a Lark Max? Yeah, Lark Max and so. And the video transmitter is all good.
Oh, I think the wireless video transmitters is how Lark really got their foot in the door. They were just delivering fantastic value. I think I have one. Where is it? The Mars series is the one I have. I'm guilty. Got the Mars, and I've used it a few times on when I needed a camera over there, and I'm not going to bring Wi-Fi, not going to try Wi-Fi or whatever. I just wanted point to point, just do it. And I have a set of Lark 2, and I've done a video on those, and I love the fact that it's this teeny little button thing. I just
And a good
just
sound.
love that feature.
Yes, an absolutely good sound. It's a surprise for me the first time.
Yes, very good sound. Where are they anyway?
The same
And
as M2S.
I love they give you, it has that Holyland logo on there, which is a personal pet peeve of mine, is like, don't put your logo in front of my customers. But they give you stickers to cover it. And if you watch my show, I actually took my logo and cut it out and to fit. So I have a little StreamTech logo
on your
over
black
top
button.
of it.
She sent a black button. Yes, I don't know who tried to take the smileys to make it on his microphone. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the smiley stickers. I'm like, no, nobody's going to do that. I'm sorry. But I think the Lark M2S is really a beautiful product because it's the manufacturer realizing the customer doesn't want to advertise the manufacturer to use the product.
Yes.
And the M2S it's the same button transmitter, but they put the microphone out front.
Yes, correct.
You can see that. So it's the microphone sits behind, or the transmitter part sits behind, and then the microphone comes out in front, and it's just this tiny little dot of a microphone. Mm-hmm. And that is, thank you, because this is respecting your customer and saying, listen, we understand you're buying our product to do a job.
Correct.
And you want to do it invisibly. And that is 100% right there saying, we're going to do the job you asked us to do, and we're not going to stick our name in front of your customer. And so that I find a beautiful end product. And again, this is, I think Hollyland really does have that sensitivity for their end user saying, what is value to them? Well, value to them is not having to cover up our logo on the product they already paid for. So if we just make something that works and doesn't get in the way, white and black there, that really does deliver value to you and me, to the end users. So kudos to them. I mean, thank you very much for doing that. The microphones, I said, go back. The Lark is a great product. I just love that little ease of use, just that little magnetic clip. I'm actually wearing one now, but I'm using the OBSBOT microphone tucked under my shirt. So you only see the magnet. You don't even probably see the magnet, but I have the little magnet in the front and I have the microphone on back because they put the word OBSBOT across the front in, highly reflective silver. I mean, I'll show you all because we're talking about it.
This is Vox is the name, no? Vox 2 or so. Ah, okay. As these
so if you can't see that, and it's like, it would be one thing if it was just the red O and those people who knew would know, and everybody else would just be like, I don't know what that is, so it's not advertising anything. But when you write the whole word on the front, I'm more inclined to reverse this and put this behind my shirt like that. So you just see the little magnet. Because my goal is, it's like, you want to pay for sponsorship in our show? Sure, you can pay for sponsorship in our show. And, half goes to him, half goes to me. Woohoo, we make money. But that's not the case. Nobody's paying for sponsorship, so this is what you get. Yeah. But yeah, they make great, Hollyland does make a lot of very good, reliable products, including their intercom systems. They have really been just pushing these intercoms really, really well. I did a review of the Solidcom SE, and they're very nice wireless intercoms. Now, I was already a user of EarTech, which is the 1.9 gigahertz DECT wireless systems, and they have been reliable for me and many other users, owners of the systems for years. And then Hollyland came in, did the same thing with the 1.9 gig DECT systems, but then offered other advancements, like you can hook up a USB-C cable and charge right in the headset. You don't have to have a separate charger. You can hook up a wire and hear things directly through the wire and things like that. And then they also came out with a 2.4 gig system, which now, because you're not limited to the DECT technology, you can have 10 headsets on a system.
Yes,
when I
work with 2-3 camera operators, I take the intercom system from HoloLand too. I like it. It's just okay, and for 100 meters or so, then it works great. Yeah, correct.
They've been very, very reliable, and thankfully, like HoloLand came in, and like I says, EarTech had been doing this for almost a decade, really, because they're using cordless phone technology. That's what the DECT is cordless phone technology. And when HoloLand came in, they made theirs work the exact same way, as in you don't have to push a mute button, or because you just have the headset, so you swing it down to talk and you swing it up and it mutes. That was a great, concept for when EarTech came up with it and put it into their headsets. I'm going to give them the credit because I don't know any better. It might be somebody else. But in the old systems, when you had a belt pack, you had to like push to talk, or you double tap, or you had a button you had to push that was separate from the headset. When you put it all in the headset, either you're constantly poking yourself in the ear to start talk and talk, or you have to come up with a different method. And down to talk and up to not talk is a great intuitive way of doing it.
Yes,
so
right.
Thank you to HoloLand for saying, hey, we don't need to reinvent this and make you push a button just to be different. We're just going to do that.
Yeah.
Who's next? Sprolink? I'll go with Sprolink.
All right, but I think so.
This thing that they just started announcing before NAB looks wicked cool. The NeoLive Enemy 5, now live streaming switcher with a touchscreen. So you've got physical buttons, you've got a joystick. It's kind of hard to see in this window. So you get a joystick, and you've got audio faders, and your multi-input live switcher, which will stream, as you can see, to 3 destinations over there. So they got YouTube, Facebook, and green, I guess would be Instagram or WhatsApp. I don't know. And nice big screen. And when you go into these different sections for in, out, layer, audio and super, you're able to use this one physical control surface to do a lot of different things. But then if you just need, I need to ride the audio for a corporate, a corporate talk, and he talks loud, he talks quiet, he talks loud, he talks quiet. I'm just going to put that on that one fader that I have in front of me, and I can ride it with a physical fader to make sure that the audio, whenever he starts talking quiet about this thing that happened, and then he really wants, just ride that audio, because again, audio is very, very important.
Yes, on another side, we are the generation of the fader. Yes, not the digital.
Yes,
fader.
we are a generation of the actual physical fader.
Yeah, yes, we love.
So you can
this.
see 4K inputs on here. XLR, speech to text for captions. Ooh, built in. I don't think anybody else has that yet. Although I have to say, it's very interesting. This is really useful if you have like a private delivery network, because at this point, almost every content delivery network offers speech to text in the output. So if you went to our YouTube channel right now, because we're not using that capability, if you went to our YouTube right now, or this YouTube channel, your YouTube, and you clicked on captions, it would come up with text. And we're not doing that on the encoding side. It's happening on the playback side. So the need for it on the encoding side is only if you are, inside of a captive playback or a captive system for viewing. But even Zoom would probably have automated closed captioning as well, just with a toggle button.
Yeah.
And you can see here, it's got SDI or HDMI. It's got line, phones, mic 2 or mic 3, mic 1, 2, mic 1 and 2. So you got 2 mic inputs, but they could be either mini or full size. You got your HDMI output over here. You've got probably one of these is your multi-view, just like the way OBSBOT does it. One of them is dedicated to multi-view, and the other two you can switch to whatever you need. You've got your SD card, which is interesting that this is a 4K mixer that's still using SD as opposed to a faster medium. And then it's got USB for both your connection to the computer, for Zoom, or probably for faster storage if it's USB 3. But this looks like a handy thing. Now, again, these, it's almost like it's a challenge to find that balance between how much you want to put into a single device. Because here you can have this, I think, what is it, a 10-inch screen with physical controls, 10.1-inch screen with physical controls, or as you were just talking about, go away with the overlay, having this 11-inch screen with no physical controls, but it's able to do more inputs. It's able to do more ISO records. It's able to bring in viewer comments and sports scoreboards and bonding and multicasting. And do you want to separate those tasks, or do you want to put them all into one? Are you a solopreneur, or are you working with a team? That's where the balance comes in. And there are people who still do choose. I have a switcher. Somebody's going to switch. And then somebody else is going to do the other things.
On the other side, I saw it to you. At one time, I have no mixer with me, and then I had the Extreme in the baggage in the car. Then I take the Extreme USB-C on my computer and make the Extreme only a switcher to my remix system for a live stream. Then I have nothing. Then comes a possibility, and I say, oh, okay, that's nice when you say 5 times 5 minutes before the show goes on. We must have a mixer with this. And I go out, take my Extreme. I work with her only as a switcher over USB-C in 4K.
Yep. So yeah, there's, and when you work corporate events, there's a lot of times where, there are tables full of gear, tables and tables full of gear. And the reason that is because you really want to have people focus just on one thing. And if somebody is live switching a show, but there's a microphone problem, having someone in charge of audio, having them focus on that problem allows you to keep focusing on switching and directing cameras, and having somebody else in charge of playback. If playback is not working, they're going to work on that while you keep, by separating the tasks, it makes it so a problem on any one of those pieces doesn't take down everything, because it's like if you're on a YOLO box, but you can't get a remote guest, like we can't get OBSBOT, it kind of affects the entire show because it's all kind of tied together. Like we really want to include them in the show, and them not being there sort of hampers everything.
Yes, okay.
I don't even remember why this was in here. If you deal with people around the world, I found this website.
This is a sponsoring ship on this live stream.
They're not, but actually we looked at Las Vegas, Dallas, and Stockholm, and in Saarbrücken, Germany. And for you, it's 21:32.
Yes, correct.
That's almost nighttime.
Yes, I know. And I believe for this spot, you become the cat.
I don't become the cat.
It's a crazy idea. There's a cat on the, okay.
Oh, this is interesting. I actually found out about this on B&H website. Rode announces a new microphone technology.
Yes, I read it today. You're correct. I don't know what is the price of this. Yes, this new...
electromechanical system, MEMS.
Yes.
And I've heard about MEMS microphones when dealing with cell phones. So, maybe does this mean that there's now a higher quality of MEMS microphones that are going to be used for production?
I don't know.
And, okay, great. There's, now MEMS microphones, and it seems like, this will continue the 2 transmitters to 1 receiver, which has been around since the 90s. I remember a Sony system that, went on my shoulder camera that had 1 receiver to 2 microphones. So it's nothing new. But there are systems out there that will do more microphones together. I'm actually going to bring up one of those now.
Is this 32-bit or is 24-bit?
That Rode one, I believe they talk about is industry leading signal to noise ratio of 83 dB, self noise of 11 dB. Supports 32-bit float onboard recording.
Okay. I read it here. Yes, all right.
Oh, apparently don't take my first letter. Saramonic. Saramonic has a couple systems that are 4 microphones or more. That they have the 2-channel microphones. Go away. I'm clicking on it.
It's the same with Comica. I believe Comica microphones was the first who brings 4 mics.
Here it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the challenge has always been, how do you get all of those channels back out of the receiver? Do you have 2 headphone outputs, one with channels 1 and 2, the other one with channels 3 and 4, and then you got to put those into the mixer. Now remember, when you want to bring them into the mixer, you want to bring them in as 1, 2, 3, 4, not left and right, because then most of these all-in-one systems have no ability to mix that to mono. And you don't want to have people talking out of left and right channels back and forth. It's just going to be very disorienting. And if people are only listening with 1 earbud, then they're only going to hear me talking and then me talking. And then, so it's going to be very weird. But this Blink, 4-channel, which has actually been around for a couple years now, he actually offered that to me when I was at NAB 3 years ago to check out as a review. But he said they were coming out with a better one. And I don't see another version there. Let's do wireless mics.
Okay. In real, I have in the history 2 Ceremonic Blink 2 Pro. There was 2 mics, 1 RTC. And after 2.5 years, 2 mics was the accu broken. I can never load up. And then I must bring the complete system to the garbage.
That's the downside, in that there's no wow, look, my cursor's got a little dark halo around it. That's interesting. The system is sort of like all in one. It either all works or it doesn't work, and I guess you could buy maybe a replacement transmitter, but then you got to do the pairing, and it doesn't allow for repairing that's not built into the system. I don't know. It's an unknown, because these are very unique. There's very few of these out there. But one thing that I was hoping that maybe Rode would pick up on, or maybe Hollyland would do it, because Hollyland has 2.4 gigahertz wireless headset systems with multiple headsets, right? Okay, keep that in mind. So with 2.4 gig, you can essentially make up whatever type of protocol you want, right?
Yeah.
But all of the Rode systems are still either 1-to-1 or 2 transmitters to 1 receiver. Nobody's adopted this 5, 4, 3, as many as you want, and then we'll mix it down into a stereo output, use the phone app to do your mixing or whatever. But Sennheiser, who Sennheiser is a long time, high-end, very good. I have a couple Sennheiser mics in my drawer. Sennheiser, I love Sennheiser. Years ago, they realized that there was a problem. As we kept selling off TV channels, and all the microphones getting smushed into a smaller and smaller space, they says we need a new solution. I mean, a new way to think about this as opposed to transmitter receiver, transmitter receiver. And they can't be on the same frequency. They have to be on different frequencies. So Sennheiser invented a new system. And Sennheiser's system is basically all of these devices communicate together on one ultra wideband system. And it's the base station can communicate with belt packs that are close to it, and those belt packs will communicate with belt packs that are further. And so all of these channels are sharing the same space. It's all being repeated back and forth, and the one belt pack can transmit multiple channels in, and it can also be your in-ear monitors back out, reducing the amount of belt packs you need to have on the back of a performer. Because if you have a guitar, if you have, somebody who's a singer-songwriter, I got my guitar plugged into a belt pack. I got my headset microphone plugged into a belt pack. And then I've got my in-ear monitors connected to a belt pack. So I'm wearing 3 belt packs, which is 3 discrete frequencies that have to be kept clear and reliable all over the stage. So what this is completely digital. It basically turn all of this audio into packets. And these packets shoot back and forth between the different belt packs, and you determine what goes where. I need 2 channels from this belt pack to come to me. No, instead I need 1 channel from it, and I need 1 channel to it for an in-ear monitor. And the belt packs are just passing data because it's all just 2.4 gig. I don't know if it's 2.4 gig, but this system is 64 channels, 32 in, 32 out. Now, yes, there's a base station. Yes, you still have, but there's a control software. But at the same time, the idea is you don't have to have a dedicated channel for each of the microphones. They're all on the same frequency. So you could do a stage production, you could do a concert, you could do something where you have 7 people on stage, but you're only using 1 channel. And if you can make sure your 1 channel is clear in your area, then you're good for all of what you need.
Then we wait of the price range and...
Yes, the price range is broadcast. The price range is, this is high end. The 470 to 608, 608 to 698, IG4, 13 to 1400, and 1435 to 1525. So they're available in different frequencies that are available for use in different places worldwide. Like you can't use 630 to 698 in the US anymore because that is now belongs to the cell phones and other services. And I don't know where 13 to 1400 is a workable solution. But if that's available in your country, then they've already figured that out. So it's a bi-directional body pack. Manages both in-ear monitors, your IFB, and mic line signals simultaneously. This is the magic. It's just data. You're in essence setting up your own Wi-Fi. It's not Wi-Fi, but you're in essence setting up your own Spectra network on your stage, and all those devices that can see and hear those packets share this stuff back and forth. And that, I think, is amazing. I'm surprised somebody else hasn't come up with that Hollyland or Rode hasn't seen, this is important. We should jump on this. We should try this out. I think that would be a really cool advancement to the more prosumer realm if, Rode or Hollyland could invent their own standard, because that's what the 2.4 gig is, wireless unlicensed spectrum. It doesn't say that your signal has to be Wi-Fi, or else we wouldn't have 2.4 gig wireless mics or headsets. So these companies are able to develop their own standard, even a bidirectional standard, because that's how you can turn down the input gain on a microphone from the receiver, because it is bidirectionally sending data to the transmitter and saying, turn down your input gain because it's distorting before it even gets to the receiver. So, and these are also encrypted, secure transmission, charging connectors, and then, of course, a metal housing. The color is anthracite.
Oh, was a new color.
Anthracite.
Surprise.
It's such an enticing color. I want to buy it just for the color. Let me see what that looks again like. I don't know. Looks like gray.
Yeah, it's normal Sennheiser color space.
But let us not demean anthracite. Actually, it's two different colors.
Yes.
So
for this
there.
costs $100 more for this color size. Okay, Anthony, now we are 3 hours over the...
Has it been?
Yeah. In 4 minutes, we have 3 hours.
I think I talked through everything, and unless you've got more guests that are going to jump in here, or more questions that come in from the viewing audience, let me go back to. Did anybody start watching on Facebook? Facebook is no, just my comments. The last comments on Facebook. I can't see the other. I can't see Instagram or any of the other outlets. And I don't know if you're able to see if any comments coming in from them.
I see it, yes.
But this has been a fun little discussion about NAB. I kind of was hoping that we would have more success with the on the floor connectivity and would be able to get some information from the actual booths, but having been there and tried to do something similar years ago, I can definitely understand. There's, my NAB story, my NAB horror story.
Okay.
My other stories are success stories, but my NAB horror story is, I was producing using Switcher Studio. So I had an iPad for switching, and then I had a camera on a little boom arm. And then on top of the iPad, I had a cellular hotspot. So the iPad had to communicate with something that was touching it, and the phone was, an arm's length away. That's how far it was. It was just an arm's length away. So it really didn't have to reach very far. I could not get the Wi-Fi connectivity to reliably connect between the distant arm's length camera and the hotspot to be seen on the iPad. And I had to get a phone to Ethernet adapter and then wire up an Ethernet to the iPad to create my own point-to-point network. And that was the only way the iPad would see the phone that was literally less than 1 meter away, less than three feet away from the iPad, because there's that much RF. There's that much just going on the NAB show floor, which I think goes to say that if your product works on the NAB show floor, you got a good product.
Okay, in the last year, I have not this internet range problem as in this year. I don't know why. Sunday too busy with people. I don't know what's going on.
Too many people are trying to stream this year.
Yeah, this is so much. You are the best part on this show. That's absolutely okay. Yes, who cares about running over NAB? I think in the next 2-3 days comes much more information out. It's the first day for all the normal people. Yesterday was only discussion panels and
right.
intern shows and so. And today is the first for normal people as we. Yeah. And and for this is okay.
Yeah, I definitely think it will be interesting if when these companies get to update the websites and we get all the details and we're able to really, get the information that, we were hoping to get today with the live from the floor, but at the same time, not able to do it just because it's just really hard to do it from the show floor.
Okay, for this, Lisa and Liren say to us, she sent us a video only for us.
Yes.
Who was a new. Then we must, then the next call, live stream, Dallas Saarbrücken. Das ist cool sound, Dallas Saarbrücken. Ja, das ist, okay, nobody knows Saarbrücken. Okay, the world knows Dallas, nobody knows us. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think I'm going to call it a day for this. I'm going to go get some lunch. It's almost 3:00 in the afternoon now. But hey, man, thank you for driving the show. I appreciate, having this opportunity to talk. And, you did, you lined up the interviews and they were there, just couldn't get the connectivity to work. But hey, next time, maybe we'll have better luck with that too.
Yeah, it's okay. It was absolutely nice to discuss with you. You a great old live streamer and I'm an old live streamer too. That is every time nice to see the thinking and the question of workflows, situations, and so on. This makes so interesting. Every time comes anything new that does drive us crazy.
Well, hopefully these tools make things easier so we don't have to be driven crazy. That's my goal is, make it easier for us.
Okay. Then we wait on the surprise in this. Then I say to you, thank you very much for this beautiful 3 hours. And without you, I can do nothing. Where I work every time nur on the Las Vegas have not good internet. And then the conclusion for all people who look there, never do live streaming via Wi-Fi. Every time on Ethernet. And the 3 golden...
Bonded data, if at all.
Okay. And the 3 golden rules is testing. That's...
Test. I agree.
Okay. Thank you very much. I hope you have a night. I go now to eat in the evening. That's good. I forget the eating. This is...
it's a fun task to do.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you very much. And I hope we see us in the next time. I wish you all the best.
All right. Thank you again. Take care. And thanks everybody for watching.
Okay. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Moment.